Magovanen, and welcome back. I am Nagarythe, and we are continuing with our Total War Warhammer campaign. And last time we managed to take the ancient city of Quintex away from the Dark Elves' cult of pleasure. And I must admit, so Nagarythe must not be pleased with the work I've been able to do against her. Let's end the turn. So not much has occurred since last time. Hopefully nothing too drastic will come from this. But if we're lucky, we'll be able to bring up the cult of pleasure from attacking the Lizardmen to attack us. And if not, then we'll just take their regions and see if they do anything about it. Lothan is now engaged with the Scourge of Cain. Excellent. They should fall very easily. It looks like Ulthuan's having a bit of a faction crisis. Because we can see we have Krace just cradled in here, but what's left of Kafik here. Lothan's just taken all of Yvrus and is probably attacking Safari as we speak. Then there's Avalon and, well, Illyrian currently conquering quite a bit in the centre ring. Safari and Krace have gone to war. Strange. Then there's Avalon that's kind of poked out a bit, and then there's Tyrannoc that hasn't really done much either. If I can align myself with Tyrannoc and get that gold resource, I can start getting a lot more. I've now unlocked the Invocation of Assyrian. The creator, greatest amongst the Mandala, his name alone can calm princes, tame courts, and embolden all. He gives me +2 influence per turn, a reduction in construction costs, and increased public order. That will be really good in 2 turns. If you get it.
Your wit and wisdom will be a welcome distraction. Sit, please.
Let's see if I can get
it. Shall be done.
Excellent. I don't plan to be taking any parts of Ulthuan apart from possibly the north, the very northmost region, unless it's been secured by our allies.
By Anar's bidding.
Leander inside the Black Coast, since he's the only thing giving public order.
When Loic dances, so
nice
shall I.
Happy. We can now attempt to go for the Moonbow. The quest for the Moonbow. Let's go for Ines of Planarian again. So how much is... Our public order is now actually positive, which is a good thing. So now I can actually sit in the ancient city of Quintex, wait till I can upgrade it, and then actually build up a good defense. That I like to hear. I'm still in positive income.
For Nagarythe.
I'm going to centralize Leander, so that wherever these next missions the Mark for Death missions will come from,
burden of the Shadowlands.
So I don't think I can take any of these targets. They're too far away, and I won't be able to reach them in 12 turns. So we shall have a look at diplomacy again.
What would you have of me?
You don't like me, Safari, and I don't really like you either. No point trying to get anything with the Dark Elves. They're not exactly happy that I'm a Hylde, for one. And second, that I've made peace and alliances with their enemies.
Our people are being tainted!
So let's end the turn again. There's not much we can do about the corruption for now. Once I know I have security over the public order problem, then we can start moving out. But until I know for certain that we're not going to get attacked by anything big, we should be fine. Oh, looks like Skeggie's just holding on. All the exiles in the Heck and Bleak Holes have gone to war. My northern border might soon be centralised by another legendary lord. Oh dear. I'm already surrounded by legendary lords. Why not bring another one to the fray, I guess? Well, hey, if they could bring down the Dark Elves, they're technically an ally to me. Or a friend. I wouldn't say an ally.
Welcome to Nagarythe, kin. I hope it's not too shocking.
You want a non-aggression pact? You have your non-aggression pact. Nagarythe and the Crooked Moon have gone to war. Interesting. Oh. Got a bit of a sniffly nose today. It's that kind of morning. I'm not seeing anything actually happening. It makes me want to actually go to somewhere. Moonbow's quiver is empty. No ordinary arrows can be loosed by such a bow. Only those flecked with feathers soaked in Druchii blood warrant the string to be drawn. Collecting such ingredients would be a grisly task for any southern elf, but it's one the Shadow King will gladly perform. So raid the following region, Vol's Anvil. As much as I'd like to go to Vol's Anvil, I currently have a region here I need to be protecting. We now also have unlocked the Invocation of Vol. The maker, patron of elven smiths, items bearing his mark are the greatest of their kind. A dilemma will offer a powerful magical item, and recruitment costs for Swordsmasters of Hoeth, the White Lions of Krace, Phoenix Guard and Dragon Princes are reduced. They have increased armor, increased rank recruitment, and we have an army ability during siege battles. Vol's Hammer, a powerful explosion, affects city walls and siege equipment. Siege battles may be launched instantly.
Not
really
one
good.
Druchii on Nagarythe.
It's only by our military presence alone.
Twilight
actually...
is here.
Yeah, that's...
There's prey.
I'm tempted to move out, but for now, until
Burden of the
Quintex, I
Shadowlands.
know it can be safely secured. I don't want to take any risks. There's took a lot to get this. Make the Royal Garrison, Bleakhold Fortress.
The light is not for us. Moving unseen.
Just moving further up, we can create further technologies, and we shall go for Trumpeteers. The faster our units can
My
move,
realm.
the better, and the more ready we are for an ambush. Again, not much else can be done. So let's end it. So the plan is to be able to take the rest of the regions surrounding the ancient city of Quintex, so the Moonshard, Sildra Tor, Iron Peaks. Skeggy has been destroyed. Excellent work, Master Mundi. I'm fairly certain your southern border must be suffering a bit from Marafi's engagements. Marienburg and Bastogne have gone to war. Not unexpected. But still, the quarrelling of man will only weaken their borders, so that chaos can taint them. Bastogne and Nagarythe have made peace. Gives them time to focus on their own individual wars, instead of having to squabble amongst themselves, I guess. It's always a good thing to see. When bitter rivals can make peace. But for us, we are more than just bitter rivals with the Dark Elves. And they shall see no dawn. So let us continue. Occupy the following settlement, Hag Hall. Unfortunately, that wasn't going to happen. I don't know how much they believe it could.
There's prey.
Loic's shadow falls.
Okay, I'm gonna move
Hunt now.
Leander
Silent strider.
to the Titan Peaks. So I'm about to get increased public order from the Promenade. And Bleakhold Fortress will be properly defended against any attack. And can soon be upgraded again, even. Everything is going our way.
Spreading.
Very slowly, it is going our way.
Alifana.
Prepare movement by the Shadow Realms. And the two places that are best to attack are Iron Shard and Moon Shard. Iron Spike and the Moon Shard.
There is only vengeance.
Move on to the pack,
Loic's
see what
fury.
I can find. Stop making any income here, and start making more income over here again. I want to take the small public order debuff if the Titan Peaks can suffer less public order debuffs. And now we can bomb in the case of Assyrian, so everything is better. We can continue on. Nagarythe and her vile servants will not last for long.
Very well. What are your conditions, lizard men?
Trade agreements. Oh, lovely, Joe. That's what I like to see. They've colonised Skeggy. And now they're going to reclaim what they lost, the Fallen Gates. Oh, Nagarythe's come to say hello. Not too good, unfortunately. That means it's probably best to return to the ancient city of Quintex while I can. Because if she's marched all the way back up to Iron Spike, nothing good can come from what could happen next. But hey, let's have a bit of carnage, shall we? Nagarythe keeps walking up and down. Oh, they're attempting an attack on the Moon Shard with a small army. And this is why Tiranoc is probably one of the weakest factions. Because they just they just keep sending small crappy armies against a legendary lord's settlements. It's not very smart. I will admit, it is not very smart at all. Now then, move up a bit.
We'll show the Southerners how it's done.
I think is what we should be doing.
Do not order me.
Actually, where is their Black Ark?
Nagarythe.
They've also encountered the New World colonies.
I have thought long and hard about this.
Good, then you won't mind giving me a bit of income to help you. Okay, so only 800. I'm not picky.
My realm.
I will not. No!
With the aided power of the Black Ark, there's no way I can
Burden of the
survive this.
Shadowlands. We gather here.
So return to the ancient city of
Sundered
Quintex. Start exploiting its income bonuses.
You must restore order.
And prepare to upgrade the ancient city of Quintex next. Must be constantly aware of what Nagarythe is going to do. If she moves up, I will assassinate her. And then kill her army while there is no lord to defend it. If not, then we attempt to press them again. Indeed, she is moving up. But will she be moving up alone? Oh. Unexpected. Nagarythe and Clarkaron have gone to war. I can't hope to reach her army in this turn. But that doesn't stop me from assassinating her. It unfortunately will be one less public order in my province, but if it means stopping that vile witch from dancing over the corpses of our dead, then it will be worth it. Storm clouds gather in the north. There are rumours that the barbarous tribes residing in the shadow of chaos have ceased striving against each other for the attention of the dark gods, and are instead banding together. Suckling at the teat of chaos, the hordes grow in strength. It seems only a matter of time before the dam breaks and a tide of ruin bursts forth to engulf the old world, corrupting or destroying all in its path. Marshal your strength. Nurture the sinews of war. Build your walls high. Gather warriors to your banner and temper them in the crucible of battle, so that when this time comes, you may yet weather the storm. Sword of Cain has been claimed by another. Doom stalks the world once more, unless you can wrest it from them. Scourge of Cain, in a matter of dear desperation, have brought out the Sword of Cain, and only Doom can await those that use it. I cannot reach Morath's army
Show me
yet.
my quarry.
I am ready. There is only vengeance.
Good, the dance begins. To kill.
No.
A noble sacrifice that spring out only a law that is weak. Now then,
The forest is an ally.
upgrade my capital or the ancient city of Quintex to hope it survives a little longer. The thing is, it doesn't improve the garrison by much. It only changes the archers to archers with light armor, or armed
The
armor,
Asher
even
are
more
troubled.
protected, and will give me a lot more. I'll build the Elven colony for now. Then
Shadow King.
I will again exploit the resources. So then the turn next, I can upgrade.
Order must be maintained.
For now, let's see who I can try and make allies with.
Our prey may lurk in these woods.
Are there any lords I could possibly recruit in the future? Some of them are quite good as well.
Short-sighted.
For now, let's find out what this Turin will do. Will he continue to run towards me or run away from me? The choice is obviously his. But what will he do? No matter where he goes, I'll hunt him down. The Scourge of Cain have fallen. The Sword of Cain has been wrested from whoever held it, and has been returned to its dark shrine. Apparently, whoever now is the army is led by someone called Hoha. Very strange name, I must admit. But an interesting one at that. Now then, I want to get a nice big battle in. And the best place to do that would be the Moon Shard. Peace between Marienburg and Artois. Good to hear. The less they fight, the more they can shore up their own kingdoms, ready for the Great War to come. Yeah, I think I'm going to attack the Moon Shard. There's obviously the risk of me losing the ancient city again. But, and this is a massive but, if the Lizardmen do what I think they're going to do, and attack the Fallen Gates, in fact I think they've already taken back the Fallen Gates. They haven't. But if they do, oh, the Sword of Cain has been claimed by yet another. And now it seems to be 2 icons of the Sword of Cain. And it seems that Avalon, the Ever Queen herself, possibly might have claimed the weapon for her own.
Revenge. Come, Shadow Warriors.
The goddess forbids it.
Good, I've trapped Haha.
At dusk, we hunt.
I don't really get anything. Actually, no. Archery prowess. Upgrade the ancient city.
Corruption is rife.
Yeah, stop the. Still got the invocation of Assyrian going, so I can keep the Black Coast making income every now and then.
Darkness is spreading.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
And let's see what happens. If I could wrest the Moon Shard from these Dark Elves, that's already one step closer to victory. Bringing Nagarythe out of the picture was just a distraction, but a distraction that has ultimately can ultimately give me victory. Kafik has been destroyed by Lothern as they just slowly take the outer coast. She's moving towards the ancient city, as predicted. And I fear her army might succeed. Ugh. I don't like the possibility of losing the ancient city just to take somewhere less important. No, I can't. I have to go back again. This is going to be a lot of back and forth because the AI doesn't want to fight because they're cowards. I can't really make a small army in the ancient city either beforehand because only Elithanar can use a Shadow Realm.
I welcome my southern kin, if I must.
Want non-aggression? I will give you non-aggression. Ugh, my nose is killing me. Eventually the Hives are going to start squabbling amongst each other. If I can get help from the Lizardmen, things might very quickly turn around for the better. He's been killed, it would seem.
We are ill at ease.
Hunt. Via land.
Go to here.
What is this foolishness?
Now, hopefully, if she attacks
This will
the ancient
fail.
city, I can
No.
attack her. If she attempts to run away, I can follow her. That's the thing, though. It's just going to be a constant back and forth,
Our people are
and that's
being
not what I want
tainted.
because that's not entertaining for you.
You waste my time.
After the pact, you must return.
Oh, that's a big small gift.
Who calls? Do not greet me as a friend.
Dash the
Just
rocks
have
with
to-
traitor's blood.
Just have to keep waiting for the right moment. This is why I don't like the AI in this game very much, because they just keep running away. They don't want a challenge. They don't want to fight. And they only want to fight if they know that the odds are so much in their favour they can't do anything else. Okay, so Haha has now decided to just sit there.
Come in peace.
Damn time.
Perhaps you may even leave Nagarythe that way too.
Let me just want war. I could have attempted for peace. They just want war. And there is the possibility that this attack will act as an ambush, which will be very good for me. There's also the possibility that it won't. But if we can get an ambush against that war hydra and just pepper it down with the might of the Asur, then we might stand a chance. But again, that war hydra is fully veteraned up. Most of those units are extremely powerful too. And their leader is a sorceress. A grand sorceress at that. And they are dangerous. Even at the worst of times.
The goddess forbids it!
Not one Druki on Nagarythe. From the shadows! Withdraw! Back to shadow!
I think if I withdraw,
There's
I can
prey.
attempt again to
Now we strike!
leave an ambush. Yes. So now the advantage is ours. Obviously, this is a cowardly tactic, but hey.
Your king calls!
I feel like being
It's
a coward
war!
today. And defeat is the price of failure. You can't really plan to be playing well. Or not playing well, you can't accept that you'll be playing fair. But hopefully, with our increased army size and our last army of spearmen and archers, we should stand a chance. If I can distract the Hydra of Elithanar's Shade, that would be really good. That would be really, really good. But it's not like the AI will fall for such tricks. But they might. They might.
Elithanar!
Because they have no cavalry, there's no point setting up a defense for them. They will be fine on their own. Actually, have the shadow walkers over here. Have the main line over here. Now our army of spearmen over here.
As you say. Archers! It will be done!
It shall be done.
Pause time for a second. Focus those witch elves. Oh, they do have some cavalry. Then bring down those dark riders. Focus that war hydra, all of you.
I shall! Lowest champion, I give the order! Acknowledged! Incoming! Acknowledged!
Understood.
Thunder! Agreed!
Oh, we might pull the hydra, and he's dying extremely quickly.
Their magic is weak!
Oh, but that regeneration kicks in very quickly.
Understood! Khalifa Nah.
Nice, we brought down the Hydra extremely quickly.
Understood. Loyal.
To make sure it dies. Don't let it live.
Spearman. Oreo. Kill them.
Don't let that Hydra live. He'll only start to grow stronger again.
Khalifa Nah.
Not currently. The witch elves do that as well.
Weapons ready. For Assyrian. As you say. For order. By Assyrian.
Get out of there, Igor. I don't want you to die.
Acknowledged. To the fray.
Archers.
Fire out
Loyal.
those dark shards. All of my shadow walkers move into that Hydra. Don't let it run away. Don't let it escape. Don't let it live.
Surrender.
For if we do, it lives to fight another day. We cannot allow that.
Khalifa Nah.
Reaching the border, they can always come back again.
Archers.
I am wasted here.
Vengeance.
We will obey.
Victory is ours, but that doesn't mean we've won yet. Not until I know that Hydra is gone and for good.
As you say, death to all! As you say.
This fight is lost.
By Assyrian! Spearman! Let others die!
Oh, that's just cruel.
I will not die today.
Come on, the War Hydra is almost dead now. But it keeps healing. It heals by 2 every few seconds. And it's almost off the board. That's not good. At the same time, how much casualties they've suffered,
It shall be done!
they probably won't be coming back anytime soon. So I think we'll call it there. A decisive victory. Excellent. Losing only 142, and then losing 544, leaving only 300 of them alive. Oh, that we managed to bring down that Hydra really well. That poison as well, reducing its healing from the Shadow Walkers, was really well thought of. But I believe they're not done yet. How to kill yourself a Hydra. Yeah. And even better yet, how to kill a Hydra without it doing any damage. That was also a nice touch. Those archers did work. A nice bit of work as well at that. But it's also the fact that we've got Chaos Corruption still in Titan Peak, so we won't be replenishing, we'll be suffering more attrition. So if we can get back into the ancient city, we should be able to keep things under wraps. If we have still enough movement left after hunting down the rest of these units, because once we know the Hydra's gone for good, then there's not much else Morathi can do, and we might even be able to make a second army. Now let's find out first. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, load loading screen. You can do this. You can do it. You can do it. Excellent.
Illuminate the Shadowlands. They belong to me now.
Labor. I don't want to be losing my capacity.
Send a message.
Unfortunately.
The Shadow King rises.
Oh, they survive.
Alifanar.
But they won't escape.
Traversing.
The Crasian scout. He watches and waits, constantly alert and ready for Druki incursions through the passes of his homeland. So this gives Alifanar increased campaign line of sight and increased ambush defense chance. Let's see what we can get. Let's get Bowmaster.
Our oath! Our fight!
Another ambush. I don't want to risk losing the Great Eagle.
Your
so
king
I'll go
calls!
fight again.
It's war!
Also, that War Hydra, even so wounded, can just bite us in the arse if we're not careful with how much damage it can inflict. Also, there's another ambush battle, so it's a bit more fun as well. In the same battleground as well. Forget how to tame your dragon, how to tame your War Hydra. Oh, that's a nice title idea. How to tame yourself a War Hydra. Into the fray.
It shall be done. Understood. As you say.
For the Shadowlands!
They shall know
Alifanar.
suffering. Acknowledged. It shall be done. Acknowledged.
Nice. Don't know why I did that. I meant to press K. Just let them loose.
Incoming enemy fire! Seal! Sundered! Take cover! Enemy fire! My duty! I go! As you say! My duty!
There's some nice shots here. The Druki failing to even leave a scar on us as they brought down their War Hydra. They know it is time to. As even more of them hit the ground, they know their fate is sealed. As the spearmen of the Assyrian begin to charge. Ahab know her time has come to die. As more and more arrows enter her body, she should eventually collapse onto the ground.
Die, Druki! I won't die here! Get out of here! Lowest champion!
Nope, nope, she just got obliterated. It's a bit sad even. No, I did lose 2. Oh, and it was from friendly fire as well. Oh. Shadow Walkers again proving why they are probably one of the strongest archer units in the game. Coming up toe to toe with some of the greatest wood elves and other high elves even. The Sisters of Avalon are probably the best archer unit in the game. Actually, no, not the game, but definitely the best archer unit of the High Elves. But still, we haven't tested that theory yet. We'll have to know. We'll find out in time if the Sisters of Avalon truly are as good as their ranking suggests they have. And now I think it's time to start taking some of their...
Illuminate the Shadowlands! They are nothing. Release them. My kindred's embrace.
They're still alive. What's left
My
of
forces
them?
advance.
Another Cracian scout. I can't give to anyone because I don't have anyone else.
Alifanar.
Lord of Vidruki. Vidruki, for all their perverse cruelty, are just elves, as fey and wan as others of their kind.
What is broken can be remade.
And a potion of healing. This potion knits bones, seals flesh, and staunches the flow of blood from mortal wounds. Excellent. Always keep
Make way. Are my chambers ready?
Back to the ancient city.
Shadow Stalker.
Let's get increased bowmasters. Now my archers, any Lothan Seaguard, Shadow Warriors, Shadow Walkers, Sisters of Avalon, and Bolt Throwers units have increased reload time reduction and ammunition. Excellent. I'll perform the invocation of Isha next turn, but I shall be moving out again.
A darkness is spreading.
I could get the Warhol, but I don't really need to be getting any more Lothan Seaguard. Doesn't give me any extra technologies or bonuses.
You must
So save
restore
up what
order.
income I have and prepare for when Arnheim and the Ancient City of Quintex finish upgrading at the same time. Excellent. Oh, the campaign is going very fluidly. Hopefully, nothing goes too wrong too quickly. That's when I fear things could go wrong. When too many enemies rush us at once. But the Bleakholds are still holding their capital of Hag Hall. So I think they'll be fine. They're going to want to run. Run, run. Little rabbit, run. Because next time, the invocation of Isha, I can start just marching through the Titan Peaks, claiming territory, and finishing off the Cult of Pleasure once and for all. Fitting end to a fallen people, fallen from the graces of the Asur. Eventually we'll start making a second army. Once our hold over our first two provinces is secured and we have a steady flowing income. Because if not, we're going to have a few troubles. Volatile Vortex. The Great Warding teeters on its axis and weakens for a moment. Before it recovers, the winds of magic burst forth in a tumultuous gyre through your army, greatly boosting their power reserve by increasing the likelihood of miscasts. Well, I don't use any magic right now, so
Not one Druki on Nagarythe.
not two. I'm just
Shattered
another
realm.
kill. Oh, I'm in march formation. Let's get
Ready.
out of that.
From the shadows! To me, Shadow Warriors!
And they are dead.
Execute them!
Another Cracian scout. And a Lichbone pendant. Nice.
My realm.
Now then, we can get infiltration. The Ward of Hoeth, the Ward of Loek. I think I'm going to go for more iron disciplinarian, just because I don't want to have
The
suffer
taint
too
is
much
spreading.
problems. So let's get the Plaza, hoping to
Shadowlands.
prevent this. Perform the invocation of Isha. Now that should be
Victory
massively
is
falling.
everything!
Yep, soon
Twilight
nothing will remain of that public order problem.
Stalk the shadows. Onwards.
I think for now I want to get a bit more
We
replenishment
begin.
before moving up.
This will fail. No.
Now then, Arnheim having increased harbour. Or I could begin building new units. I can get the Shrine of Assyrian, so I can start getting Phoenixes and Phoenix Guard. I could just increase its defense, which wouldn't be the worst idea. I could also get the Elven Gardens and get some new heroes, which are also going to be very, very beneficial. And then give increased income from the promenade, or the entertainment building tree. It's a tough choice. It is a very tough choice. I'm not suffering from any kind of public order problems due to corruption. That's just slowly dying down. So I think I'll go for the Elven Gardens. And I'll get the harbour. So increased income and increased
There is only
growth.
vengeance.
Now then, again, stop the flow of income from the ancient city.
What?
Ugh, I can't
We
wait
stalk.
for replenishment to occur
Never.
now. I
Not
just need
this
to
time.
rush. I need to rush and go to break even, because I won't be able to replace it for a long time. Let's just hope that nothing gets lost. Once I take Iron Spike, I can wait a bit for the public order to go back up again. I'm going to have very little choice in that matter, in fact, because otherwise the ancient city will very quickly fall to public revolt. Morathi has returned. And Ganache. Oh, Morathi is just moving back down to the Fallen Gates. Clan Rictus has made an appearance and moves to the Ice Rock Gorge. A possible place for creation. Oh, Bastone has fallen. Probably to the might of Musalon, as they're now at war with Marienburg. It would make sense. So things are slowly moving in our favour, which is just the way I like it. Not too quick, but not so slow that it's impossible to do anything. Increased artery prowess, so now reload times are a lot quicker. Cartridge ammunition doesn't really do much for us right now. I think Swift Sense is the only thing that actually gives us a bonus, so let's go for that.
Ready.
It's time to take Iron Spike.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
You waste my time.
I guess
Now we strike. Kill them and be done with it.
Don't want to lose the eagle, so this will be the last fight for the day. And and for the video. I'm actually tempted just to record a second one of these today as well. Get ready for tomorrow. Or just to bring it out today. Also, another thing, I do apologise for not setting up a Sunday special for yesterday. I did attempt to, but unfortunately I made a slight mistake with OBS and the scaling was incorrect. Also, it was extremely late in the day, so it was not likely to come out until about very early this morning or very late last night. So I decided there's no point trying to do it again. But just to give you a hint of what it was just a battle wagon rush kind of battle. I do plan to bring out 2 Sunday specials next week to rectify this slight break in the schedule.
Loic's champion. Alifa Na.
I do in the shadows of the forest.
Spearman!
Spearmen in front. I know. For once,
Understood.
archers in front, pikes behind. That's right, I just referenced Gothmog in the absolute opposite way I could.
Archers! As you say. Acknowledged! Loyal! It will be done. Without fail. I go. Archers! Spearmen! Quickly now!
Alifa Na.
Glory awaits! My Assyrian! Scion of an Arab!
Here comes some impact damage.
To battle!
Get out of there.
The Althwan!
Alifa Na. Loic's curse.
Nagarythe! Battle awaits! Althwan! It will be done! It shall be done!
Oh dear. Yeah, I forgot this was going to happen.
Orders received! We will obey!
Kadai be praised!
Acknowledged! Sundered! The Shadow King! Loic's curse! Forward! To battle! It is done! I am wasted! It shall be done! Steel! We go! Understood! Loyal! Orders
Go
received!
into melee and deal with the death hag.
For Assyrian!
Lost a few more than I wanted to, but unfortunately that's just the power of the Black Orcs. Once in combat, and locked there, they can deal
Fight is lost!
tremendous amounts of damage. And I'm going to suffer that a lot more in the future. But hopefully this could weaken their production, because I believe Einspike had their infantry production building inside. So we'll be able to make some more units, and they have just lost a massive production centre for themselves. And every little thing we do changes the outcome of this war. Come on, victory screen. Don't take too long again. We're almost there. We're almost at the end. Those Black Hole Corsairs don't mess around either. I did lose a lot of spearmen, but luckily it was only spearmen. I did lose a Shadow Wanderer or two. It's not as bad
Victory
as
is
losing
everything.
settlements.
Garrison it with my warriors.
The Bard. The history of the High Isles of Ulthuan handily converted to rhythm couplets for ease of consumption. So I've now got Elven Gardens,
Alifa Na.
which I'm going to quickly use to get myself a prudent noble. This one acts not for themselves but for the greater good in defense of the future. So by spending 10 influence and a good bit of gold and my upkeep, I can have reduced upkeep
I await your
all my
command.
units in an army that is in.
Burden of the Shadowlands. There is
No to
only
them.
vengeance.
Nope.
I am ready.
No to them.
When Loic dances, so shall I.
I have much to teach
Wait
them.
next turn until he can go into there.
Loic's fury.
And what to go for next? There's more bowmaster, more bowmaster, or seeking arrows. Let's go infiltration.
noble son of Ulthuan.
So I'm currently losing 11. I'm going to lose 2 less after this turn. An additional 10 because of the conquest.
The people are restive.
Let's start getting that back to positive. The sooner the better, which means things will cost less because of this. The troubled populace. The populace is troubled.
What
So
is
we'll end one more
this
turn, see what happens, and then call it a video. I think. I can start recording the next one immediately after. Oh, the lizardmen are moving up. It'll only be a matter of time before the Court of Pleasure is finally brought to its knees. Oh, Ganache is being brave, because Morath is on her way. Oh dear. Things might not be looking good for us. We've now encountered Clan Rictus. You have established contact with Clan Rictus and may now establish relations, or, should we see fit, make war with them. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm currently facing 2 different enemy armies. I don't think my garrison comes back, seeing that it's already under siege. But I might get the small garrison that might come with it. I say might not. All of Ulthuan is held by the High Elves once again. I'm sure the Ever Queen is getting substantial bonuses because of this as well.
A dark bloodlust drives them. I await your command.
Vol, lend us your strength.
Whatever am I going to do? I think for now I'm going to call it an end to the video. So I hope you all enjoyed. The question for the video will be... should I focus... Oh, actually, no. No, let's not do anything like that. Let's not say things like that.
Direct
Question for the video. What should be the name of our new noble? Well, Aethelec.
Droopy madness is intoxicating.
Or should we give him like a nice status name? A nice new name? The choice is yours. If you wish to leave a comment. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Farewell.